Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Fries with Potate. Today I have the sole reason for why I became a content creator. Literally grew up watching her. I don't even exaggerate this stuff. I looked at her and I was just like, if she did it, I could do it too. And it's none other than my one and only Nagma Nassar.
I'm not that old though.
Okay, she was like a little bit older than me, but like honestly,
Only by 15 years. I'm kidding. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh my god, baby. I'm 29. Last of my 20s, guys.
Wow, that must be fun.
It's cool up here actually.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I believe you.
It's cool. No, I'm serious. I'm like my own person, like taking my own decisions.
Yeah,
Not
age
the
is
fun,
just a
it's not
number.
fun all the time. Yeah.
I've known Nagma since I was probably like 12 or something, and I knew you on Musically because like we were the fewer people on Musically who were from India. I don't know if you've seen me, but I saw you, bro.
I mean, now if you ask if I've seen you on Musically means what, dude? We don't even have it anymore. No, but I only knew you from Instagram.
Okay.
Like when you texted me asking, I don't know if you remember, but I'll never forget this. Like you texted me asking something about how you're confident in just being yourself.
Yeah,
and then
probably did
like
something like
she's
that.
one of the few people I just decided, because I get anxiety when I get too many DMs. Like I don't respond all the time. She and my husband are the only people I respond. I'm kidding.
Well, you have competition first. Just letting you know.
Yeah, no, if you were a man. Anyway, yeah, that's why like I'll never forget, because she's like one of the few people I responded to, and
She
I remember
wanted to know
thinking-
where like a chocolate was, and I sent her an Amma Nana link, and that's when she replied. I had replied like so many times.
That's when I first replied to you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah? Shit, I remember though like years.
Yeah, I would like constantly send you messages. I had no shame. I was like,
That's the way to be, man. When you like someone, like I'm in someone else's DMs.
yeah, be relentless till they notice you.
No, I love that. Like you're so supportive. You don't. It's unconditional. Like
Yeah.
you don't expect, but you still like keep engaging in the
Bro,
conversation. Like
if Nagma has like 1,000 followers, I'm one of them. If Nagma has 100 followers, I'm one of them. If Nagma has no followers, that means I'm dead.
that's it. I've peaked. Okay, that's my time, guys.
But no, I'm serious. Like, I love you so much because for me, at least, it was like representation when there was no representation. And you know how like they talk about like representation in movies and stuff like that, you know? For me, it was never about like who I saw in the movies. It was about like the content creator. And for me, everything checked out with you, you know? We were both like, we wanted to be dancers. Like you made content. You were just like so like funny and like so yourself online. Like, I was just like, I need to be her. ASAP.
Girl, like right now, that's me with you. Like I'm just like, I need to be Samiha. Samiha is the bomb. The bomb.com.
But like I'm not saying this to like flatter you, but like I'm genuinely you're like one of my favorite people on earth. Like if I had to take like 5 people to heaven, she would be one of
My
them. Sorry, mom.
doesn't say these.
But yes.
Continue though.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about like how, like even before Musically, right? You've always been posting, like you used to post like these dance videos on Instagram. Like there was this one video with your jukebox.
Yeah, just the one.
Yeah.
Jukebox.
Yeah, you had like a cassette player you found from your
Oh
aunt's
yeah, yeah.
house.
Oh yeah.
See,
oh yeah, little videos.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those are like.
I'm telling you, I know her posts like memorized.
Oh,
I know it like the back of my hand. You ask me which post, I'll tell you that.
Shit, dude.
So I know that you grew up in Dubai, right?
I was born in Chennai, but I was taken to Dubai by my family when I was 3. And then I went to school there entirely.
Our
in
own
one
English high
school.
school.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
I'll just keep you in my pocket. If anyone asks me anything, Samiha. Hey, Samiha.
No,
Like,
because
hey, Siri.
that was one of the things I related with you as well. Because even I studied in our own English high school.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Wait, you studied in
Dubai, yeah. For like a couple
but like
years.
Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai.
Okay. I was Sharjah.
Yeah, Sharjah.
Same school my entire life, and then I moved back to Chennai for college.
Yes, you took most.
Don't ask which college. I'll tell it anyway. Etiraj College for Women.
Why would you come from like Dubai and be like, Etiraj is where it's at? Like, no offense to Etiraj, I love you guys. But
It's almost as if I didn't decide. It was decided for me. Yeah, no, Etiraj College was 5 minutes away from home, which my family was like, take my money, take it, put my daughter there, 5 minutes away from home. So that's also women's college.
yeah.
Duh, no brainer. I went to women's school, girls' school and women's college.
Wow. So when you were growing up, did you like have super supportive parents, or like what was the scene for you? Because I know what it is to come from like a Muslim family and like
She knows.
create. So I know like the barriers to everything. So like I want to know from like how it was for you.
It was pretty hard. It's still kind of hard in a way. That's just life. Like you'll keep having new sets of challenges, even if you think you're over it. But for me, it was like they were scared. They didn't know what the internet was necessarily, like entirely. To them, it was like, oh, it's a bad place. It's where you find bad videos and things like that. Like that's what the internet was for them, right? Before they themselves got on WhatsApp or Facebook, whatever. So they didn't know. So it was just the uncertainty and like the unknown that was scaring them. And they were like, also to do with the fact that I'm a Muslim. I come from a Muslim family, so dancing and things like that for the world was not necessarily.
It's generally frowned upon.
Now. They know how much money there is. Okay. No, it just took for them to see that, it's not as harmful as they thought. So the idea of entertainment comes from the film industry, right? So, and the film industry is supposed to be like this scary place. Girls, girls go astray, or girls are taken advantage of, blah blah blah. It might still be true. I don't know, but that's why they were like, entertainment is not something that will be okay, but. I don't know. I can't say for sure that, but I still persevered. No, I gave in. I crumbled under all that pressure.
Wasn't
and
like too
expectations.
much, because like for me at least, my parents would like stop me, but they wouldn't like outright do anything to like stop me.
I don't know how, but that kind of feels worse, because it's not like they're locking you up in a room, but
They
like
still have
psychologically it feels like that. Like, because they expect that. Like, is that what you meant? Like, when you said that, they don't outwardly, like, do something? Because for me also, it was like that.
They didn't, like, stop me. They kind of, like, trusted me because I was doing it by myself. And when they would say, okay, don't do this, I would do it. But, like, they wouldn't shit on me for doing it. They would just be very displeased with me. There would be awkward dinner table conversations.
But when it came to this, there was always like this, you need a real job. Like,
okay, got
you
it.
can't, how can you consider this a job? Like, they didn't understand the concept of getting paid by YouTube or, things like that. Like, that's unknown. Like, that's never heard of, right? So, they were like, you can't just like dance around and finish your life, right? Like, you can't just keep, what is this, the dub smash wine, and like what are you gonna get out of that? Can you pay the bills with that? Like, they didn't understand that, right? So even I eventually just like gave in to that, like, yeah, I guess I need a real job. Like, I can't keep doing this, because I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't have anyone in my life to like guide me through, like, of course, like, I understand most Indian Desi families at that point.
Yeah. Would you ever talk to like your content creator friends about like?
I didn't have content creator friends like at that time. Like, the first time I'm getting acquainted with other content creators is when after many cycles of getting grounded and ungrounded and things like that, Musically, when they finally launched in India, and this is like after I had already been on the app. Were you also like on the app before Musically came? Yeah. Crazy, bro. OG. So yeah, the Musically themselves reached out to me saying, "Oh, we'll pay you for making videos like how YouTube pays," and they were paying in dollars. And I told my family the amount, and I just remember, I'll never forget. Like, I mentioned Musically, and at that point I was explicitly grounded from using Musically.
Really?
Yeah. So I mentioned Musically, and I remember their faces going like, where is she going with this? Like, does she think we're gonna let her get back on? Like, that type of vibe was coming. And then I mentioned so and so dollars, and they were like, ding. This you can do like on the side, like your real job, and then the free time it's just video. Like in the room you can do it. It's cool. Like jala bills about to come in. What do you mean? Like, and I was like, yeah, I can do this on the side and all that. Who am I kidding? I can't even do this itself. Like when I'm only doing this itself, I'm not able to. Anyway, I was still learning, of course. But yeah, that's kind of when the shift happened. And so then my family finally kind of maybe got on board with it. As long as, I still go for a real job and like, do
so
interviews
you had,
and blah, 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 finish my college.
Job?
So I never actually had a corporate job. I cycled through so many short-term internships trying to get a job, but actually never ended up with a job because my heart wasn't in it, dude. Like the longest internship I did was a few months, like 3 or 4 months. And I remember by the end of it, I was just so emotionally and physically and mentally burnt out. I didn't know that was burnout then. I just thought like, God, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just do a normal job like everybody else? Why do I have to enjoy it? Why do I have to be interested in it? Why do I have to this?
Why can't I just get it over with?
Yeah, like why can't I just do it? Everybody does it. Like
Yeah.
everybody, like this is life. Like you just have to do things you don't like. This is life. Like but I just I couldn't get past that. So like I spent a year and a half maybe cycling on visit visas in Dubai looking for job for an entire year and things like that. And then by the end of that year is when, after many obstacles and difficulties and mental breakdowns, and I ended up getting a call from Jordan Indian, and that's when everything turned. Jordan Indian, that too, is reaching out for their Valentine's video, and I'm like, shit, I definitely can't do Valentine's video, dude. It's romance. Like I definitely can't do it. Like I was like, okay, I guess I'll just die happy knowing that Jordan called me at least. So Vineet was on the phone with me and he was telling me the script, and he explained it. And before he even started, when he said Valentine's, I was like, oh, I'll tell you now itself. Like, of course, I don't want to waste Jordan's time. I'm gonna tell him straight away. I'm like, let you know now itself, probably can't do Valentine's video. My family won't be okay with it. He said, okay, anyway, I'll tell you the concept. I'll send it to you also. Just think about it. And I had, I think, a day to decide because they themselves decided last minute. This was like a week before Valentine's or something like that, if I'm not wrong. And if I had to decide, I had to decide now and then like fly out the next day or something like that.
Wow.
It was like super hectic. So
Did they fly you out?
No. That video was just a collaboration because it wasn't sponsored. That video wasn't a sponsored video. But I was like, dude, Jordan didn't. It's a no-brainer. I'm not going to say no to Jordan but I didn't even get there.
Yeah.
I'm already like, no, I can't do it. And then I cut the call and I went and I told mom, guess who just called? And she's like, who? And I said, Jordan. And she's like, huh? As for my luck, my mom loves Jordan.
Wow.
And I said, like, I'm like seeing all this unfold and I'm like, oh, I wish. But then I immediately, like, before she got 2 weeks, I was like, but it's a Valentine's video. So I said no already. And she's like, when she heard Valentine's, she was like, but it's okay. Like, everybody, like, knows all this. It's okay. I'm like, oh, you like Jordan means then I No, like I was super surprised, and of course I didn't care. I didn't like go into being petty about it. I didn't question it. I was like,
okay.
I was like, if you say okay means okay, I'll do. Like only because you said. No, I was like I was ecstatic, dude. And that's basically the moment. I keep telling them, and they think I'm joking. I keep telling Vineet and Nassar, they think I'm joking, but they are the reason that I am able to do this kind of full time as a career with my family's blessings.
Wow.
Thank you guys. Thank you for
Shout
being so amazing.
Jordan.
Yeah, that my family also likes you. So means it happened.
Wow. So I know that like you used to work for like a lot of these like mainstream internships, you know. I used to be like, oh my god, she used to work at Potate, so cool, like I want to be her. And then she would go home in the auto and then she would post like her chapati and chicken curry, and I'm like, I want chapati and chicken curry now. But wow, I actually want to ask like one thing, because I'm also like trying to be a full-time creator, I guess. How did you handle like imposter syndrome?
It's so funny that you mentioned it. I'm literally like thinking in my head, what mainstream internship she does? She's like, put chutney. That's not how I saw it though. I'm like,
Really?
yeah,
Bro,
I did
I was
one
like,
silly internship. I did a bad job at it. I didn't get a full-time job over that. That's how I've been thinking about
No.
everything I do my entire life.
Bro, there was this one Potate video where you were there for like 2 seconds. I would like go to that clip, replay it over and over again.
I love watching all videos when you eat.
So when I used to like see you, I always used to think like, oh my god, she's so cool, you know. So I know that because now I'm like out of a job and like I'm not in corporate anymore. I keep looking at my friends who are in corporate and I'm just like, that's a job. This isn't. So I keep telling myself that, and I have to like sort of sit and really like confront myself about this problem. Just be like, listen, Samiha, there's like editing, there's like filming, there's scripting, there's so many things that's going on.
You are the casting director, producer, talent, lighting, crew, editor, post. You are everything. 9 to 5 is also a job, but this is literally 24 hours. Nobody gets it.
Yeah.
You can't. 5 o'clock means you can close and you can come back. That is if you have a good, respect, like a job that actually respects you. But yeah, this is 24/7 really. Like you can't turn it off.
For me, I see it like a lot of different ways because I've sat in the corporate job and like I've done this. For me, I look at it like, it's a lot more flexible. There's a lot of like
Definitely,
perks, and like you're getting paid to make videos. That itself is like such a like freeing space for us because we already like what we're doing.
Of course.
So it comes with a lot of privileges, and like we are not like answering to anyone like a manager. They're not belittling you. They're not making you feel dumb. Like if anything, you're telling people what to do. So I know how like content creation is like better than a corporate job, but I'm also always like, oh, this isn't an actual job. Like because my dad keeps asking me every day. He's like, what, you're doing podcast forever, huh? Like you're not going to study or what?
I don't know any like famous podcasters, but you should totally be like these podcasters. Look at how big they are in life.
Yeah.
Like you'll get there. Like everybody starts somewhere, no? And no, I get it. Like even I, for the longest time, like that's why I gave into that whole, oh, I should get a real job, and then maybe do this on the side like a hobby or whatever. Like even I'm sure that's natural for everybody to go through, but like there are pros and cons to everything. Like I was saying, 9 to 5 this, like, but content creation is 24 hours. Like, there's pros and cons to everything. The cons are like, sometimes you can't shut it off. Like you're 24/7 in your workspace, which is
your phone,
which has everything, and your workspace, and
when you're consuming, it's like you're comparing yourself to like other people. Like it's like your content creators or your colleagues, and when they keep putting out like this bang of work, you're just like, oh my god, I'm slacking.
Yes, dude. Like so there are cons, but like you said, the pros to this job is that we're able to enjoy, and we're able to, like, for me, like when I need that mental health break, I'm not going to tell anybody, or rather I'm not going to let anybody stop me from that. Not that I choose those breaks. I wish I didn't have to take those breaks. I'm not like happy or enjoying myself during those breaks, but still, like, you have flexibility and you can things like that. But it's a job in the sense that you're still working, like you said, like editing and all. All of it takes so much effort. There's planning, there's there's setting up, there's doing the thing, there's all the retakes and learning from your mistakes. Like it's like a job. It's just not. It just doesn't look like your job. That's all. It's still a job. And I get it though, like that. It doesn't matter what all I say like this now. No. You're still gonna feel like I still feel imposter syndrome to this day. Like, I feel like whatever I achieved was like luck, or like someone just like gave it to me, and to this day, like I still believe that. to some extent, and it's a conscious effort. I say conscious effort, but it's actually called Fahd. Because Fahd does a great job at like reminding me constantly, like, you have worked a lot to be where you are.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, no, I haven't.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes in the behind the scenes, you know.
Yeah,
you see like this
nobody
one
knows
goofy ass video, but like me and like take Abhishek and I making that video for instance, okay, that dance reel that we made. It took an hour to make that. 15 seconds, okay? Took an hour to make that, and we had to go for so many retakes. And like, but it looked like effortless, you know. That's what's cool on social media, right? You should just be effortlessly natural, effortlessly like no effort. You know, everything should be like no effort at all. But best believe
effort is there, and effort is cool. Don't
Effort
forget,
is cool.
Effort is cool. Yeah.
I literally wrote that down in my journal like day before yesterday.
Nice. Yeah. I went through that phase as well, like being like, like, I don't want to be caught dead, like putting extra effort into something. Like, who does that? Like, that's so uncool. Like, I should just like do things when I feel like it, or like not
it should
do
just come
something.
to me.
It should just come. It should just be a flow. Like, I shouldn't, do retakes and all. Who does that? Even do B-reel and all. I take lots of shame if I have to take a retake, bro. Like to this day. Anyway, but effort is cool. Effort is very cool, actually.
Cool. Yeah. When I see other content creators, you know, usually they have like something going on for them, and like they're always like out and about in their work, you know. And when I see you, you're also like always working, but at the same time you're like living in Netherlands.
What do you mean I'm always working?
But you do
put out my mom. What do you mean? No, actually, what do you mean?
No, like before the wedding, you were like working constantly, and like you do take breaks, but like in between when the times like you do come online, you're like working, you're putting out reels, and then like you disappear for like 6 months, and that's okay. But
I mean, wow, it's a really amazing to see how other people see you, dude. Like,
no, because
your image of me is not my image of me.
I'm saying that you're working because she flew down from the Netherlands, and she's like straight to Mumbai, work back to back events. I'm just like, how does she freaking do it?
Like, I can already see like Fahd like smiling or laughing about this, because he sees me in at home when I am like, I'm not doing enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm blah blah blah, I'm not as good as this, like, you know, oh, everybody's doing so much, everybody's going so many places, like, and I'm just here, I'm not doing anything. Like, this is what's going on behind the scenes, and what you're seeing is when, like, after years and years and years of not being able to understand how people were at an event and posting at the same time, and how do people do that? I don't know. Like, so this time also, to give you context, like, you saw me, I reached Mumbai and like tuck, I was posting. There, people saw how I am not able to be present because I have to be posting. You know, so it's the no matter what, real, no matter what you do, there's pros and cons to it, of course. So I used to be the person who, because of my ADHD, now I know that I physically could not do two things at the same time. Like, I could not just be there and like click something and like immediately post it. No, when I'm posting, I have to like think 100 times, is the frame okay? Or not that I have to think, I end up thinking 100 times that, oh, this should be perfect, that should be perfect. Caption, I have to like be like the funniest, smartest, this, that. Like, I have to think 100 times, you know, like, then overthink
the standard
it. And like,
in your head, you have to meet it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I used to be that girl, and I still am to that to some extent, but I'm like trying as much as I can. Like, one of my resolutions for this year is to just let go. Stop overthinking it. Like, every post to this day, I still end up like, oh, this is not okay. And then
I know you curate your posts. Like, I can tell. Like, everybody can tell.
What?
That you actually put out a lot of meticulous thought into your posts.
Oh, damn, I was trying to look effortless. Not kidding. No, I do. It's no lie. Like, I'm not gonna, try and hide it.
Because you also give like captions to like give context to what we're seeing.
Yeah,
you know?
But like, for example, yesterday's video, I wanted to actually talk a lot more and like, or be a lot more, like, in my eyes, yesterday's caption was not good enough. Like, it felt so random. Like, the way I constructed it, because I was like typing it down. I did it really fast. Yesterday's caption, I was like, I'm not gonna allow myself to overthink it, because I already passed the time that I wanted to post that video. So I was like, it's fine. Like I read this meme somewhere when perfectionists realized that their half-assed work is somebody's full ass.
Yeah.
Like, so that thought kind of keeps me going. Like, I should just like take a step back and just kind of try to see it from someone else's eyes, because like, dude, the way this girl sees me
No, I
is
think
like I'm some like,
yeah.
like I don't see myself like that at all.
I've idolized Nagma. Like, if you think this podcast is biased, it is. I'm telling you right now. If this podcast is biased, it is. Because, like, I actually, like, I can go on about this for days and days, but you get the point. I really love her. So, for me, when she's talking about, like, whenever she puts up something, I feel like it's a parasocial relationship. That's what I'm trying to break down over here. But I do feel like I'm very connected to her. And like when she first texted me, like I wasn't a content creator at all. I was just some random girl. so I was just like, she gets me.
Dude.
So for me,
I forgot what I was saying.
It's okay, girl.
You got me in the feels.
No, I'm like, I feel like even if you're putting a lot of work, like for instance, like let me take my example. Like I do put in a lot of work in different places, not at the same time. So like at one point, like my podcast is doing well, but then I lose focus on like my other two channels, and I'm just like, oh no, I need to focus on that. And then when I start here, I forget about the things over here. So I'm like constantly beating myself up about like, oh, I'm not doing anything right. But I realize that like what you're saying, like when you overthink the work, you're not able to like actually do the work without thinking like I'm already doing a bad job.
Yeah, exactly. So
I should have done this job like 3 days ago.
Yes.
Always.
Dude, you're only human. Like how can you do?
No, but then
how do
you
people do?
see,
I don't know. I don't know how
see
people
people do it,
That's what.
Yeah.
Those are neurotypical people. Like I cannot, dude. I have one Instagram page. TikTok, I recently, because I moved to Europe,
Yes,
I got my profile back. I haven't started posting or anything.
On.
I will. I want to. But like literally one Instagram page, I am struggling to post consistently, to maintain it, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. That one thing itself has so many factors. Like you have to be active on stories. You have to engage with your audience. You have to post and then talk to your followers in your comments. You have to not only do this, but also make sure like you're not only posting work, you're also being yourself, and you're also like showing bits and parts of your day, blah blah blah. This is your
literally how
creator life, like
content creator things. I understand like when you're looking at it from an outside perspective, but
it is
when this is your job, you make
it is your job. Something that takes your time and effort. Like see, this mentality has definitely contributed to me thinking my whole life, oh, I haven't done anything, I haven't done anything. Like, so then where did all my time and effort go? I was doing something. Right? Like even I struggle with thinking, oh, I haven't done anything important. Like, even like by the end of the day, I'll be like, I didn't do anything today. And then Faz will be like, no, you did, you were planning your video, you were like, going through it, you were doing this, you were doing that. I'm like, yeah, but like,
you just have to give it these names, like, oh, I was scripting, I was ideating, I was like conceptualizing. All of these things we are doing constantly.
It is your time and your effort. You're putting your time and effort, and it's also to do with how we've been taught to think, right? So it's we have to take a conscious effort to like change that.
I feel like a lot of people maybe in the future might look at social media as like such a lucrative place to have like a career in.
Now itself, everybody wants to be a YouTuber or at least so far as I can see, or maybe that's what I'm choosing to see, but as far as I know, so many people are starting YouTube channels now, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know why I thought, oh, there's one expiration date, like tomorrow onwards you can't make any more YouTube videos. Like that's what I'm telling myself still. I'm like, oh, it's too late for me to start YouTube now. When like people are starting like tomorrow a YouTube video, you can still you can do it, and people are doing it because You can make your life out of it, actually.
It's quite hard when you're like a lifestyle person, like a lifestyle content creator, because then I've realized that with my own content is that it sort of bleeds into your life in a weird way.
What do you mean?
Like when you're making content, you see other content creators who are like constantly like posting their lives, and you have that like sort of guard up where it's like, I don't want to post everything about me, you know. So you're like, okay, so how do I make sure that I'm in the moment but also online?
I think I became this person who doesn't share too much because I had to make sure I'm not sharing too much. I was doing that to protect myself. I guess I'm not the most comfortable sharing with everybody in my life.
Especially when they're being judgmental.
Exactly.
Because you know that what's coming. Like, why put it out there?
Like if you're already gonna judge me about something that I do, or you know how I am, like I'm not gonna tell you about it. You know, so that's kind of why I'm like this private person online, because I found a safe space in that. If I keep thinking of posting, oh, wait until I stop caring about my family things, then it's over for you guys. Like, you know, like, so after becoming that person, I kind of found comfort in that as well.
Yeah.
In the fact that, oh, it is actually nice to like not share every single detail about my life. I still want to do more, but it's there is value in that as well. Like you're able to like protect certain things, like that is if you care about protecting that. Like there's no shame in like telling every detail about your life if that's what you're comfortable. That's perfectly fine. Like. But yeah, I just kind of found that comfort in that. And like for example, like telling people, oh, this is so new for me that I'm reaching Mumbai and I'm already telling people I'm in Mumbai. Like that I hadn't done that for so long. And the idea of, oh my God, people knowing that I'm here, and then like people are going to start making plans for me, or like, you know, start putting pressure on me to do this. Oh, you're in Mumbai, like let's do this. Oh, you're in, you know, that used to give me a lot of anxiety. So now I'm actually like, I'm quite anxious about the fact that I'm like in real time letting people know what I'm doing and where I am, because I got so used to not doing that. So before, how I used to do it was like after some time, I'd let people know, oh, I was there and this is what I did. Like that's why I always late post things. Like I'm always later posting, like later gramming about, you know, things. I'm not Instagramming. Like that's how I used to be. It's funny that you brought it up, because I'm actually trying to change that. Because, you know, like I said, I started off, or rather I became that person because I had to. And I don't know if you remember, like last time we met, like I was telling you, in my head, dude, I'm like doing lives and stories, and I'm always talking to my followers in my head. Like there are like imaginary Instagram stories in my head all the time. Like I'm like, you know, telling people what I did this day, like that, you know, what I ate, like, you know, I'm curating all the. So I'm living here most of the time, and so then I already my energy is finished when it comes to actually doing it. That's also part of ADHD. Like you think more than you do.
When did you find you have ADHD?
ADHD is what? Attention deficiency. So I couldn't concentrate in school. This, that, and the other. Like I couldn't, you know, focus on something too long if it's boring. And so I thought that's what ADHD was, or that's the only thing that ADHD was, is what I thought. Finally, in December, I got to a point in my life where I was like, I'm so tired of wondering why I am the way that I am, and why I'm not able to do like the simplest thing, and why I'm not able to plan my days like other people, why I'm not able to be on time, why I'm not able to do so many normal things. So I just got tired of being in that spot where I'm just assuming, I think I have ADHD, but I actually didn't know what all ADHD consisted of. I thought it's just attention, but it affects everything about you as a person. Everything is related to like ADHD if you have it, or at least that's what I'm learning. So December is when I finally decided I'm done guessing. Let me actually find out for real, because one of the other reasons I did it was because I wanted to start talking about it. Okay, and I did not know if, or rather I personally wasn't the most comfortable being like, I think I have ADHD, and like
without
blah, blah,
actually consulting.
without actually like too many people do that already because of social media. You read so many things and you think you have it. So I just wanted to be sure before I started talking about it. So I took the test, or rather, they first do a session with you to check if you actually need to be diagnosed.
Okay.
I did that, and she said you definitely need to be diagnosed. So I got diagnosed, and I passed with flying colors. 90% marks in ADHD test in childhood and adulthood. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how I finally.
Isn't it like hard? I've read somewhere that like if you have ADHD as a child, that it's actually easier to combat than if you get it like if you get it diagnosed like later in your 20s.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god, I wish I knew all these things when I was younger. I've lived my entire life feeling guilt and shame. These are the two primary feelings that I have just carried throughout my life, and I still do. I still do, and it's a constant battle. But yeah, there are so many things I wish, so many things that now make sense. Like, oh, that's why I was doing those things when I was a kid, or that's why I couldn't do those things when I was a kid. And I wish I knew. I wish the people in my life knew, so they
or even understood.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, so they didn't label me the things that they did, or like they didn't write me off, or they didn't think, just assume that I'm lazy, or I'm a bad kid, or I'm a naughty kid, or
Yeah.
So many things make sense now, and of course I wish I knew, but it is what it is. Like, you can wish a lot of things, but I agree. I definitely think it would have helped a lot in my life and made things a lot easier if I had known, and if the people in my life had known about ADHD, and which is why I now want to talk about it more, so that hopefully, a kid who went through what I went through doesn't have to go through that. Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe you can get the help, or like ask your family to like take you to a good doctor, get it sorted.
Exactly.
Find out earlier, if the earlier the better, because I also.
Anyway, got too serious. Let's put some funny question now.
Like, speaking of being private, how like you and Fahad happen? I'm like looking at you right in your eyes, man. Like, I thought I was gonna end up with her.
Look, it's my husband.
But I know, we all know the story. Like, everybody who follows you, like,
everybody
knows the story. Like, I'm just like, no, I'm so serious.
No, girl, you know. You love me. I don't think everybody.
Bro, when I was in college, there's like this one clip of her in her wedding where she's like, it's Bharya Bhartav time.
It's Bharya Bhartav time.
And me and my friends, whatever we used to do, we'd be like, it's Bharya Bhartav time. It just became a thing in our group.
You want to get burgers? It's Bharya Bhartav time.
It just used to be a thing.
I can't believe you made that into a verb.
We literally go, and like whenever I studied in a Malu college, like when I went to Stella, like everyone over there were Malayalis, and I'd keep saying it's Bharya Bhartav time, and they'd be like, huh? To me it just sounded funny.
No, but we met on Instagram.
Like, how did you let him slide in your DMs?
I don't let people slide in my DMs.
Exactly.
You know this.
Exactly.
But he was smart. He didn't straight away slide into DMs. He first commented, which is a public space, not intimidating. You're not, and then after I replied to his comment, then he slid into my DMs.
Wow.
So now he knows, like, I'm willing to talk to him. I have responded. But yeah, no, he was just
Nagma responding to you. You are lucky. Just know that.
No, I was just about to say, he was lucky that I was already crushing on him. That's why I responded. It's not like, I DM back every single person who's ever commented and tagged me. Yeah. But yeah, so the story is very long and very crazy. So I don't know if you like.
Spill.
Shit. She signed up for this. Okay,
I'm so ready. Are we getting the director's cut?
I'll talk,
the
and then you can put that fast forwarding, and then just like add the ending. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go. So how I'm thinking which version to tell. There's a long version, there's the longest version also. There is no short version. Anyway, so basically, I was just picturing after I say basically, you're going to start forwarding in the video. Anyway, so basically,
She's already editing in her head. Like, can you see it?
ADHD.
She's like, after this one, she'll start forwarding.
His cousin and my cousin ended up randomly meeting in Abu Dhabi one day.
Okay.
So now already what I'm giving you is context. I'm going to give you some more context for this context, okay?
Okay.
His cousin was in so he's into photography. And he was in
Zishan, right?
Zishan, yeah. Gosh, knows it. So Zishan is an amazing photographer, and he was living in Dubai at that time, I believe. My cousin, who's also a photographer and into photography, who was living in Bangalore at that time, went to Dubai for an internship.
Okay.
And that intern, Fatima, my cousin Fatima.
I'll just be dropping it.
Whatever you know, whatever you need to know, just ask her.
I just know everybody in her family at this point. The only thing left to do is meet them.
Yeah, when you meeting? Wait, after the story. So Fatima, it feels so weird. I call her Reenu.
Okay.
Reenu was in Dubai, and that internship took her to Abu Dhabi,
Okay.
which is another city in the UAE. And while she was in Abu Dhabi, Zishan, who on the same day was going for one photo walk with his photographer friends or whatever, he was on that photo walk, and they were on a bus or something going somewhere. And Zishan decided not to go where the group was going, and he broke off and he decided to go to Abu Dhabi randomly.
Wow.
Okay? And
Real wildcat there.
two people who don't know each other at all. Zishan, being the social butterfly that he is, he goes up to strangers and takes photos. Like, he talks to them, and he's really good at that. So same thing with my cousin. He went up to her and he's like, "Can I take a photo?" They started talking. They realized they're both Malayalis, and they're like, "Oh, okay, blah blah." So that's how they became friends.
Okay. So Zishan's not actually your cousin.
No, he's not mine. He's
Just-
Fad's cousin.
Oh.
Fad's
okay,
cousin
okay.
and my cousin
Got
meet
it, got it,
randomly.
got
The
it.
stars aligned and they met in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
Okay, now forget it. Now the COVID happens. Then Zishan Zishan was doing Zoom photo shoots that time during COVID, and he did Reenu's photo shoot. And he asked her, "Who do you think I can do next?" And she was like, "Do Nagma." And she connected us. That's how I'm talking to Zishan.
Okay.
No, me and Zishan are talking, and of course, I then follow him and I see his work, and I go through his page, and I see, oh, he's done photo shoots of his cousins.
Okay.
Okay, and that time I saw Fad, and I just thought, oh, nice, goofy. It was like a cute photo shoot where he was like showing his goofy side, and I was like, oh, cute, goofy. Like, I didn't think too much of it at that time. Like, I wasn't, I don't like. I don't go around Instagram like checking boys out. Like, it's just not something that I did.
Just making sure that everybody knows.
Mom.
Just making sure. Just making sure. Like, just in case you
Like,
thought.
as if I'm going to tell you even if I know. I'm kidding. I was going through like a tough time a few months after like I saw him first, and basically like at that point my mom was also like arranged marriage pressure was happening. Okay,
Shit.
so
Imagine Nagma and an arranged marriage.
I don't know, bro. I mean, Fad, like I just arranged it myself. Like, that's the only difference. Yeah, so like I was going through a tough time, and then I got on call with Zishan one day for another photo shoot, like a second photo shoot that we were supposed to do. After the call, I was just like, just this thought came into my head that, because my mom was already like looking for boys for me, and
You weren't interested.
I don't know, like, yeah, how do I explain? Like, anyway, for some reason in my head, I just thought, I hope Zishan sets me up with somebody. Like, I just thought it after, I didn't even tell him that. I just thought it
She
in my
manifested
head. Yeah, I keep telling Father I manifested it. Okay, I just thought in my head, whatever. A few days pass, Zishan, we do the photo shoot, second photo shoot. That's the yellow dress, white shoes. Zishan, yeah, I do the photo shoot, and then a few days later, before he posted, Story so long, God. I was on Instagram and I was watching stories, and this junior from my school who I happened to be following, we weren't that close, we weren't friends, we didn't talk, nothing.
Don't tell me she posted for.
She didn't post Fahd. She posted a video that a girl had made, and it was like this beautiful video. It was still COVID, so like, something about family and things like that. And I don't know. Oh, it was called A Letter to Me or something. Okay, Raiza Salam.
Wow. Okay.
Do you know Raiza Salam?
No.
Okay, once you see her, I'm sure you love her. But she made this beautiful. She's a filmmaker. She made this beautiful video, and Twinkle, my junior from school, had shared it on a story. And I was watching that video. Just see how randomly the stars line. That's why I'm giving you so much context, because
I'm waiting
it's
for it to
so
come.
random. Okay, I watched this video and then I recognized like some of Zishan's cousins in that. So I'm like, oh, she's saying this is her family. So I'm like, oh, this girl is Zishan's family. So I sent him that video. I'm like, dude, are you related to this girl? And in the video, so she's a modern Muslim girl, kind of like me. And in the video, she's showing her family, and she's also with them, and she's being herself, wearing what she wants. I'm like, wow, cool family, dude. Malayali Muslim family like this. I was like, cool family. So I sent it to Zishan, and I'm like, dude, is this girl your family? And he's like, yes, I have so many talented cousins. Wow. And I'm like, wow, dude, I'm following.
Do you have any Malayali Muslim cousins you can set me up with?
Maybe, like, hit me up after the show. So I tell Zishan, wow, dude, I'm falling in love with your family. And he says, oh my God, I forgot one more piece of context before I say the next line.
Okay, please
wait, one more piece of context. Before I saw this video of Twinkle, Raiza, I saw another photo shoot
with Fahd.
Okay. That Zishan did.
And then you
this
had
one, I was like, whoa, he looks good. And I actually saved that photo. So when I saw that, I saved that photo to show my mom.
And what did you say?
And I didn't get that. Like, I didn't end up actually showing him, but the intention was, oh, he's cute. And I saved that photo. And like, that's the only photo of a guy that I've saved on Instagram. Like, I'm not just saying it. So that the reason I'm saying all this is because that's how wild these coincidences are. Like, the first dude that I did, like, I ended up marrying. Like, what? No. So anyway, I saved that photo. Yeah. I saved that photo, and then is when like I saw this Raiza video, and then I showed it to sent it to Zishan, and he said, "Oh, I have so many talented cousins," and I was like, "Oh my God, dude, I'm falling in love with your family." And he said, "Oh my God, you will love Fahd." So when he said that, I was like, I hope it's that guy that I saved. I kind of maybe like knew that it might be because his username was like F Rais.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, it could be. But just to make sure, I was like, is it the guy in the video? Because there's another cousin like who I recognized, right? So this guy, he's like, no, that's another one. And then I said, okay. I sent him that photo shoot, and I was like, is it him? Because I'm low-key, like I've been low-key crushing on him ever since you posted these. I just said it to Zishan. Then pin drop silence, no reply. I was like, okay, screenshots have gone out. So ball is rolling, cool. Now I just have to wait. I was like, yeah. So that's how like I spoke about that. I never spoke to Fahd before that. I never saw him, never met him ever before that. I didn't know the guy. So like when I initially saw the photo and I liked it, I had kind of stalked him to like, see
Suss
who
out
he
the
is.
vibes.
Like
Yeah, you
just
suss the
vet. Yeah, I can't just show anybody to my mom.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just stalk him for a bit, but I couldn't because he had a private account.
Oh.
And
LinkedIn.
the photo said,
LinkedIn.
I didn't think that far, dude. Like I should have. Like if I really care about, I'm married to him now, so I think it's fine. I saw that the photo was tagged Netherlands. I was like, shit, no chance. Like how man doesn't even. Oh, he didn't follow me also. So I was like, oh, he doesn't even know about me. He doesn't know I exist. Like there's no chance. Then I'm having this conversation with Zishan, and then like I say I've been low-key crushing on him, and then he doesn't reply. No, he still doesn't follow me after that. That's when like the next day or something is when Zishan posted my photo. Then he commented, tagging me. I was like, I mean,
A master at her craft.
I may have had something to do with that, but I was like, cool, whatever, I don't care. As long as now he knows I exist. Then we started talking. He made that iconic comment about my white shoes. Then he slid into my DMs and we started talking.
Bro, there's like this whole thing of like you and him knowing each other only for 10 days.
Yeah.
Is that like actually real?
That's real. Like
How?
we started talking and 10 days into DMing each other. I have also found out like once we started talking, he said that he's known about me since 2017 and he like thought I was
like,
cute or whatever.
popular
And like, yeah, because I was already, according to him, I was like a celebrity or whatever. He purposefully didn't follow me because
Just
he didn't
in
want to
case.
set expectations that, like follow and then like nothing, like, So he has a general rule where he doesn't follow like celebrities or, stuff like that because he doesn't see a point in that.
Okay.
He only like follows like real connections like that. So I find out then that he's already known about me like this whole time and he's already seen me at like some wedding and shit like
Whoa.
that. But I didn't know him until this whole, getting to know Zishan and all that. Finding out all this 10th day of texting each other. And
Girl, like how?
dude, listen, okay? 10th day of texting each other. I think we're like on our second video call by then. Just our second video call, okay?
I'm like shocked.
Before the second video call happened, I forgot one more context to it.
Give.
Before he texted me for the first time, the night before that first interaction, I had just written in my phone, I want I was actually writing a video idea, a concept about how I'll make it like funny, and then I talk about how I want a man, a husband who cooks, who knows his flaws.
You made that video.
Oh, that was like much later.
Yeah.
So like I had written it down the night before he spoke to me for the first time.
Damn.
And I knew nothing about him at that point. Like I just knew he looked cute. That's literally all. And I was just writing this random thing down. Next day he texts me. We start talking. Find out he cooks. He's this. He's that. Like he was like filling out all of those checkpoints, and I'm like, what the hell? Okay, still at that point, like I didn't connect the dots. Okay, whatever. Now we're married, dude. Now when I look back, I was like, what? That's crazy. So like 10th day, like before we got on that video call that day, I was actually like crying. Like I was like crying to God. I was like I want a good partner. Like I want a good companionship. Like what's wrong with that? I was crying because I had already decided like he's not gonna like me back or like he's not gonna want to marry me.
Who do you think?
26-year-old guy.
Who do you think you are, Nagma?
Dude, just to get like realistically, which 26-year-old is gonna just marry? Because at that point in my life, like my mom is already looking like she wants me to get married tomorrow, So I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to convince this random dude I started talking to 10 days ago who I'm already thinking about convincing him for marriage. Like, what? That's crazy. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. So that night I was actually like crying. I was like, God, why are you putting these feelings inside me? And I was like, cool. Tonight I'm just gonna tell him. Like, I have a crush on him and I don't have time to waste. I'm just gonna tell him. If he's not meant to be, okay, he'll just say and then we'll stop talking. Fine, whatever, cool. At least then I'll like know for sure, right?
So you asked him out?
Like 10 days into it, yeah.
You asked him out?
Yeah, so wait, I'm not asking him out.
Okay.
Like, I just...
asked him to marry you, it's simple.
No, wait, actually, it's funny. I was planning on telling him I like him. But before that, like, he kind of like told it. Like, so that night I cried, okay? Then we got on the video call. Full time I'm like super nervous. I'm like building up to it, but it's not coming out. Okay? And like, so we're talking till like 4 in the morning or something. Nothing I said. I was full nervous. I was like sitting like this quietly on the call like this. And he talks a lot, so he's just like carrying the conversation. I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, how will I tell him?
How do I tell him that I want to marry?
Yeah, how do I tell him I like you? Like, I don't know. Okay, and then the call ends. And I'm like, so many hours you spoke, you just had to say it, dude. Why didn't you say it? As soon as the call ended, I texted him. So, what's your plans after masters in the Netherlands? Like this he caught on. Immediately he was like, no. Oh,
funny.
sorry. I asked him what's his plan. Then he's like, I'm gonna like, try to scale up the business after I finish studying. Plan is to like settle here. And I'm like, so before I ask itself, I'm already deciding it's not happening. I ask him this, he's saying he's gonna settle there. No chance. I was like, okay, cool, I guess. Then, so you're gonna settle there. Then what are your thoughts on marriage? No. What are your thoughts on getting a nice Malayali girl for, to complement your Malayali cooking and all that? This is my dialogue, dude. And you know what my justification in my head is? I am not a nice Mallu girl and all, so I'm not talking about myself anyway.
Oh.
I'm not like I said, Nadan Malluga. I'm not Nadan at all. But when I said that, obviously he thought I was talking about myself.
Oh, wow.
And then he was like, something around, oh yeah, I mean, I don't mind, or like something like that. Okay, like I haven't thought about it. Yeah, he said, like, I haven't thought about it. But that's the plan eventually, or something like that, he said, okay. So then I'm seeing all this and I'm like, dig. So before I had to say it, he's like, I think we get along really well. And then I was like, cool. Then that night we decided, so again we got back on video call. And I'm like, okay, listen, my mom is already looking for me. I don't have time, like I don't have the energy and all to do this talking stage and all, like get to know you.
She jumped all the stages.
I was like,
main stages, wedding stage.
I have no patience, no time, no nothing. I'm already 26 years old, means expired goods, no old. I'm buddhi in front of the society's eyes. And I said all this and he's like, again, I'm at every step, I'm waiting for him to say, yeah, cool, like I can't do this and all. I say this and he's like, cool, I'll get my family to send a proposal. I'm like, what? So that's basically, and this is the 10th day of like talking to each other.
Bro, God really wrote it for her.
Nobody tried this at home. This was like performed by professionals. It's funny, like anyone else comes up to us and says in 10 days we decided to get married to someone.
When you got engaged, it was like a big engagement, right?
No, it was just a small thing.
Not the engagement thing, the duration.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, exactly. So that was why. So we decided in 10 days, but we had about a little less than 2 years until we actually got married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got engaged then in like a few months after that, like 5 or 6 months after we decided this. That's when we're meeting for the first time in person.
Whoa. Damn, that's actually quite crazy. What if you had gotten catfished or something?
Same, like even he was thinking he's getting catfished, even I was thinking, no, but that's the thing, like this is like someone I knew that knew someone I knew, like,
So you had like all the blocks in the place. Like,
yeah.
All the guards were up.
Subconsciously, I guess I was kind of like looking out for myself and I only chose like someone that kind of filled in all the checklists for my family and stuff like that. So I just got really lucky to it. That's what happened. I got really lucky.
Hopefully all of us can get lucky like that. Like these. Also, feel free to perform this in my DMs. I'm kidding. I'm 22. Please don't do anything like this.
Yeah, Samiha's mom. She's not serious.
No, my mom, she'd be happy if I found like a Muslim boy on my DM. She's like, enjoy.
What a cool mom, dude. It was so funny when my mom found out. She's like, who, what, what, why, when, where? Then I told him, dude, more crazy things. The crazy coincidences don't stop there. We decide this on the 10th day without knowing anything about each other. Okay. Nothing we know, okay? We find out, we write down all our family name and everything and we give each other. And then we start doing a research. Eventually, my mom and all finds out. Then my mom is like very happy. I'm like, then I find out both of our families know each other.
How?
Dude, I have a video of my grandma passed away when I was in college or after college. And I have a video of when my grandmother had visited London, like one of our family, like relatives there, and his parents are there. And he is there in the video as a baby.
Whoa! Whoa! What? Bro, that is actually some weird...
Right?
Bro, that's like...
That's why I gave you so much context to see how the stars aligned and we got to talking to each other.
Bro,
and then we find out like everybody from our families knew each other. Like everybody really likes each other. Like,
wow, that... Your grandmother knowing your husband as a child is like crazy.
right?
Actually. And
so
you
like I don't have to
never-
feel sad that she never saw him and you know.
Whoa,
Like,
bro.
Crazy, dude.
That is...
My grandmother, grandfather and his grandfather knew each other. They like, you know, in terms of work or something like that. Like, so many of my grandmother's siblings knew his family. Like, so many connections. My uncle and, or rather, my cousin and his uncle studied together somewhere.
Whoa.
What? So if this is not meant to be, then what is it?
Bro.
Right?
Yeah, it's like he was written for you.
Crazy.
Nagma's story is like that one story you can like keep asking over and over again. It's like Nagma full details again and again.
Yeah, there's actually lots more details I haven't said.
But I
This
think...
is the short, long version.
Wow, this is the short, long version? That's actually konjam mental.
yeah.
Because I wonder how many details you have.
Make it full short, okay, for the video.
So now you're living in Netherlands with your husband, helping out his business. They're on that small business. Not small.
Yeah, he is a small business right now still.
On that small business, great.
I love small business so much. I married a small business owner.
Shit. Yeah, but like you live in the Netherlands, and now the question, like when it comes to your content, it's like, okay, you live in the Netherlands, and then your content, like I'm from Chennai. Like I don't know anything about Groningen. Like the first time I heard of Groningen is through Maluchek.
Same. The first time I heard about that place was through Fahd as well. So
yeah, so like you are catering to very like Malu, Tamil, Hindi audience, and like how does it work for you in terms of content?
So I'm still kind of figuring that out. Still, the initial plan was that see like 80% of my videos I just film it inside a room. I can do that from anywhere.
Yeah.
It shouldn't make too much of a difference. But yeah, it's still a little bit tricky, like in terms of like the platforms that I use or platform that I use, and in terms of algorithms and you know things like that. It's kind of tricky because I'm location base is in Europe, but my follower base is in India. My content is how do I explain it? My content is not necessarily being suggested to the right people right now. So I'm still figuring that out. That's why I'm here in India right now, trying to figure out how to take my content forward. But yeah, like in terms of when you said, oh, you've never heard about that place, I did want to talk about that place and my experience there, and you know, my first time on that side of the world. I've never seen anything outside of Dubai and India. So yeah. But let's see. I don't know. I still don't know yet. I'm still in the figuring it out space. You know, I just made a comeback after being on a break from the wedding and stuff. So,
oh, fun question about the wedding is that I know that you paid for the entire wedding, right?
no, I didn't pay for the entire wedding.
Then I got that wrong.
Yeah, but I did.
I'm gonna pay for my entire wedding, not Nagma did it.
I wish that was always my goal. Like I wanted to pay for my entire wedding, but this wedding was quite the wedding that I didn't actually expect. So no, wouldn't have been possible for me to do all of that by myself. So yeah, but I worked really hard. Like I don't know if my followers noticed or not, but just before or up until the wedding, like I was like slogging my ass off because I wanted to make as much money as I could, and you know,
Put
like
it towards-
secure my new exciting future that I had at that point. So yeah, I was like working really hard so I could contribute to my wedding and my married life. So yeah, now that those savings are running out, I'm back. Let's make some more money. So yeah.
Nah, fair enough, bro.
Yeah.
Fair enough, on the same boat. Literally,
Capitalism, dude. Like,
Yeah,
everything costs money, dude. Shit.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Same boat. Literally, the
Yeah.
other day I was just like, I was talking to my managers in my group and I was just like, bro, anything to say yes. I don't care.
Yeah, even young me was all like, you won't work with anybody and all. I'll be very like, only like cool brands, this, that, and all. Then when I got into the actual money-making side of this whole content creation scene to actually make it a career and sustain it for life, and I realized how hard it was.
Yeah.
And I think like one of my first big deals was something to do with a bank or something like that.
Banker.
I think so. Like one of my first few, which I say that because it stood out to me in that moment that, wow, I really cannot be very picky if I actually want to make money.
Yeah.
This world is not that simple, or like the way this world is built. Like
Yeah.
you know, you want to be a good person, you want to have principles, you want to do all of that, but it's hard. Like
Yeah.
still try,
I know.
you still try to like stand by your principles and you know what you believe in, but
Yeah.
it's hard. This world doesn't make it easy at all.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I was literally thinking about yesterday, like literally the same thing. I was thinking about like, oh, like I keep brands do come. I don't. It's not like I don't say yes and all. I don't say yes. That is so true. But now I'm now that like my savings from like my previous job is like running out. I'm just like, no, not me requiring money.
Yeah, right.
Super frustrating.
Yeah.
But I kind of jumped
that's
from
life.
like the whole. I jumped from like your school to like your college, and then I didn't even get to talk to you about that one like big chunk about 23 to like 27.
The dark ages.
Yeah, what the hell happened to you, Apo?
Oh, I think when you're asking me this, I don't actually remember everything
You
because
used
my
to live in
trauma
Kerala.
blocked it off. I didn't live in Kerala, bro. I was there for like 1 month when my mom needed treatment for something. That was it.
I was like, she lives there now.
No, we've never lived in Kerala actually.
Oh, wow.
Fun fact, we actually don't have a house here anymore and we're moving to Kerala for the first time in our life.
Yeah, you told me the
Actually.
last time you were here
Yeah.
that you were selling your...
Yeah, we're not gonna be Chennaiites anymore.
Which part of Kerala are you from?
We're from Kannur.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's from Kannur. In the Kannur culture, it is matriarchal. So
Oh,
if
is
your
it?
mom is from Kannur, you say you are from Kannur.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad's from Talcheri, which is very close to Kannur. But where am I from? I'm from Kannur.
That's a very interesting point. I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
Kannur, like when you get married, also the husband moves into the wife's house.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, in Kannur, specifically only in Kannur. As far as I know, only in Kannur that culture is there. Like it's
Wow.
matriarchal. You take your, like for example, my mom had her mom's name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mom's family name, like
Okay.
family name.
That's so cool.
And then after marriage, she changed it. But yeah, that's the culture in Kannur. So when you ask me where I'm from Kannur, but we're moving to Calicut, Kozhikode.
Is it your first time like living there?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I'm not gonna be living there. My mom, my family is gonna be living there. But yeah, it's gonna be a crazy shift. Like where
Is like Kerala really different from Tamil culture? Like
Tamil
Tamil
Nadu,
culture?
like yeah, it is in the sense, or rather, let me say it this way: Chennai is like a great like metropolitan city, right? So, for example, Kannur, we're from Kannur, but we're not taking a house there because Kannur is quite a lot, Kannur is a lot smaller. It's a smaller town, kind of. Yeah, so my mom would not survive there. Like she's grown up in Chennai. Like Chennai, you have everything. You have access to everything. And, so yeah, Calicut is a little bit closer to that. Calicut is great now. Like she has her material shops and all these new cafes, and like Calicut is like popping. Like there's nothing you don't get there. So she's kind of okay with that. And we have, of course, we have family there as well. So
yeah, I used to remember like her mom used to stitch these clothes, and she'd put up these pop-up shops in Dubai, and I'd be like, I want one, and it would be all the way in Dubai. I'd be like, and I'd show my mom and be like, இந்த மாதிரி தைங்க இந்த மாதிரி தைங்க அம்மா தைக்கிறாங்கல்ல நீ ஏன் தைக்க மாட்டேன்றீங்க.
My mom was not stitching, she was just designing.
I know.
Your mom can stitch.
Yeah,
cool.
I used to think that your mom used to stitch the clothes, and I was just like, bro, if she can do it, you can do it too.
Not you telling your mom. If she can do it, why can't you do?
Okay, thank you so much, Nagma, for coming. And before we wrap this up, I want to ask, I'm going to be very, very auntie right now. What's next?
What's next?
What can we expect from Nagma and Nassar?
Dude, I'm the kind of person who doesn't know what is tomorrow. Like, you know, I'm not a 5-year plan, 10-year plan kind of gal. As you know, like I've had so many obstacles in life, and I'm always start, stop.
Oh, it's okay.
So I'm still, like I have arrested development from before. Like, you know, I never had that flow of, you know, just being able to do this and like, you know, see where it takes me. So I'm still in that baby stages where I'm like, wow, I can make videos on the internet. Wow, full jolly. I'm just enjoying that now. I'll make some money while I'm at it. Just see where it takes me.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Nagma, for coming and giving me your time. In between all of this, in between the podcast, I don't know if you can't tell, but we had like this 30-minute break where we were just filming videos. I don't even know if that promo will come out, but if it does, it'll be a riot because it's just chaos. But anyways.
Damn, I would never be confident enough to say next video that's coming is going to kill it. I can never say that. But good. Please don't let me take my confidence. Take your confidence away from you.
It's a riot in the sense that you need to be in a certain mind space to see that.
It's a riot for us. 100% it's
Bro,
a riot.
Like, I was talking to her and my cheeks
same. Like I've been like this for 3 hours.
My cheeks started hurting. I was just like, shit. Anyways, thank you so much for coming. And like, thank you so much for giving me your time. All the way from Netherlands to Mumbai to Chennai. She came and I had to drag her on the first day itself. I was like, you come.
I haven't seen my family yet. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, you better come, okay?
I'm like, I'm landing on 23rd. Shari, 23rd we'll do the podcast. Cutie.
I didn't want to like steal your time after that. After that, you're free bird.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Glad I got this.
So thank you so much for coming. I will always love you. I will repeat my dialogues yet again. If Nagma has fans, I'm one of them. If Nagma has no fans, I'm dead.
Dude, same thing right back at you. Like, I'm your biggest fan right now. Like, I wish I was her. I'm not joking about this. Like,
I'm really trying to be you.
You can ask Fad, okay? Like,
I'm trying to be you.
Dude, Samia's so cool. I want to do what see everything she can do everything. I want to be Samia, not do her.
You can
We're not swing that way. No, but yeah.
Okay.
I got you, girl. I'm so glad I met you.
Yeah.
I feel like we're sisters.
Yeah, I do feel like we're sisters. Like genuinely, I feel like I annoy the fuck out of you.
No, dude. When we initially started talking, I was like I straight up wanted to say, just be my best friend, please. I was like this auntie texting you, being like, just be my best friend, please. Like, I had to hold myself back. Dude, you're so cool.
No, I genuinely, the thing is, in front of Nagma, I feel like I'm the most at my raw state because she how do I put it, bro? Like everyone else, I can at least pretend to be cool. To her, I'm just like, oh, 12-year-old child.
Dude, you are cool. What do you mean pretend?
I'm just standing there, we're filming the video, we're doing this, and I'm just like, we both pause and we have a moment and we're just like,
That was the best. We were just holding each other. Both of us knew we messed up.
We didn't even film that video. Okay. My cheeks hurt. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nagma.
Thank you. I love you.
My whole family loves you.
No,
Yeah.
stop.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast as much as I enjoyed talking with Nagma. Honestly, this is just me and her catching up. You guys are just
Yeah, you guys just
cameras.
happen to be here.
You just happen to be here.
Yeah.
We're just chilling.
Yeah, we're
So,
just This is like the first time like we were properly chilling. Actually,
Yeah, like I think the first time.
it's true. Like we are actually catching up, but you just happen to be here.
The first time I met her, I was just like so anxious. It was like, you can see, I'll put the picture here and I'm just, there's like a vein on the top of my forehead, just waiting to pop out. It was so funny. I was just like, hi, can we take like a picture?
What? That was
I have the picture.
undoubtedly, yeah, of course.
The vein.
Post that, okay? I couldn't repost it that time.
Okay.
Again, post it.
Yeah,
I'll repost it this time.
Okay, bye friends. Bye friends, I've never said that in my life.
I bring out the best in you.
Okay, bye.
Bye, friends. See you soon, friends.
Say okay, bye. Bye.
Bye, bye.
Cut the
bye.
cameras.
Enough.